Animated cartoon. Sam Bankman-Fried in a caricature style with disheveled hair, cargo shorts, and a wrinkled t-shirt, sitting on a throne made of bitcoins and dollars. Around him, a split screen shows on one side his public image, Forbes, Fortune, Time magazine covers, bright and golden. On the other side, the dark reality, empty vaults, desperate clients looking at their cell phones, plummeting graphs. The FTX logo then breaks in half. Dramatic contrast between illusion and reality. Expressive cartoon style with split lighting. Sam Bankman-Fried, known as SBF, was born in 1992 in California, the son of two Stanford law professors. From a young age, Sam was different. He was obsessed with mathematics, utilitarianism, and making money to save the world. At 18, he entered MIT to study physics, but he wasn't a typical nerd. Sam was chaotic, disorganized, slept only 4 hours a night, and had grandiose ideas about changing the global financial system. After graduating in 2014, Sam went to work at Jane Street Capital, a top-secret quantitative trading firm on Wall Street. There he learned something crucial: arbitrage, buying low in one place, selling high in another, and pocketing the difference. It was pure mathematics. No emotion, just numbers. Sam was exceptional at it, but Wall Street was too small for his ambitions. In 2017, he discovered something that would change everything. Bitcoin was being traded at completely different prices on Asian versus American exchanges. The kimchi premium was real. Bitcoin was worth 10 to 20% more in South Korea than in the United States. Sam realized he could make millions simply by buying Bitcoin in the US and selling it in Asia. In 2017, at the age of 25, Sam founded Alameda Research with Gary Wang, his classmate from MIT. The name sounded respectable, like a traditional investment firm. But it was just Sam, Gary, and a few friends in an apartment doing crypto arbitrage 24/7. And it was working. They made $20 million in their first year. But Sam had a problem. The existing exchanges were terrible. Slow, buggy, with confusing interfaces. He thought, if I can make millions using these bad exchanges, imagine if I create the best exchange in the world. In 2019, at the age of 27, Sam founded FTX. The name was simple, professional, reminiscent of Silicon Valley tech companies. The promise was revolutionary. A cryptocurrency exchange for professional traders, fast, reliable, and with advanced features. And the marketing strategy was brilliant. Sam didn't present himself as a typical billionaire. He wore cargo shorts and wrinkled t-shirts in interviews on CNBC. He drove an old Toyota Corolla. He slept on a beanbag chair in the office. He preached effective altruism, making as much money as possible to donate it all. The media loved it. Here was the anti-wolf of Wall Street, the humble billionaire who wanted to save the world. FTX grew exponentially. In 2021, just 2 years after its launch, the company was valued at $32 billion. Sam was 29 years old and one of the youngest billionaires in the world. FTX sponsored everything. NBA teams, the Miami Heat Arena, renamed FTX Arena, Formula One, and esports. And then came the brilliant marketing coup, Super Bowl 2022. FTX ran a commercial featuring Larry David, the creator of Seinfeld, mocking great inventions throughout history, and ended with, "I'm not so sure about this FTX thing." It was brilliant irony. It cost $30 million for 30 seconds. But while Sam was building this public image of a philanthropic genius, something sinister was happening behind the scenes. Alameda Research, his original trading company, was never separated from FTX. They operated as one entity. And here's the crime. Sam was using FTX customer money to make risky bets through Alameda Research. This is absolutely illegal. When you deposit money into an exchange, that money should stay there, safe, until you decide to withdraw or trade it. Sam was treating customer deposits as if they were his own. Caroline Ellison, CEO of Alameda Research and Sam's ex-girlfriend, revealed everything during the trial. Alameda had an unlimited line of credit at FTX. This meant she could take as much money as she wanted from customer deposits. And she did. Billions. Alameda used this money to make absurdly risky investments in other crypto startups, many of which were completely worthless. It was like a casino gambling with money that wasn't its own. But it gets worse. Sam used customer money to buy a $40 million mansion in the Bahamas. Not just a mansion, an entire complex called Orchid, where he lived with 10 FTX employees. They had a personal chef, a gym, and played video games all day while working. Sam also became the second largest donor to the Democratic Party in 2022, donating over $40 million. He had meetings with regulators, dinners with politicians, influencing legislation on crypto, all with stolen money. November 2nd, 2022, a leaked report from Alameda research falls into the hands of the CoinDesk website. The financial statement showed something shocking. Most of assets were not Bitcoin, Ethereum, or dollars. It was FTX's proprietary token. Alameda was using an asset that FTX itself created as collateral for billions in loans. It was like printing counterfeit money and using it as collateral at a bank. Mathematically impossible to sustain. Changpeng Zhao, CEO of Binance, FTX's biggest rival, read the report and immediately understood what was happening. On November 6th, he tweeted that Binance would sell all of its FTT holdings. This was the financial equivalent of shouting fire in a crowded movie theater. FTX customers panicked. If Binance was pulling out, something was seriously wrong. A digital bank run began. Thousands of people tried to withdraw their Bitcoins at the same time. November 8th, FTX attempted to process $5 billion in withdrawals in 72 hours, but the money wasn't there. The coffers were empty. Sam had spent it all. He desperately tried to secure a bailout. He called every investor he knew. He tried to sell the company. Binance even considered buying FTX, but after 6 hours of due diligence, CZ tweeted, "Our team found that it's not salvageable. FTX was dead." November 11, 2022, FTX declared bankruptcy. Sam Bankman-Fried resigned as CEO. From a peak valuation of $32 billion to zero in exactly 10 days. It was the fastest corporate collapse in modern history. More than 1 million customers lost access to their funds. The new FTX CEO, John Ray III, who had overseen the Enron bankruptcy, said that in 40 years of his career, he had never seen such a complete failure of corporate controls and such a total absence of reliable financial information. After the bankruptcy, Sam did something surprising. He didn't run away. He stayed in the Bahamas and started giving interviews. He appeared on podcasts, talked to journalists, and went on Twitter Spaces with hundreds of thousands of live listeners. His strategy was bizarre. He admitted mistakes, but claimed it was just mismanagement, not intentional fraud. He said he didn't know that Alameda was using customer funds. His lawyers must have been horrified. December 12, 2022, 1 month after the bankruptcy, Bahamian authorities arrested Sam Bankman-Fried at the request of the United States. The charges were devastating: wire fraud, securities fraud, money laundering, and violation of campaign finance laws. Each charge carried decades of potential imprisonment. Sam spent 9 days in a Bahamian prison before being extradited to the U.S. The prison was notorious for terrible conditions. The billionaire who used to sleep on luxurious beanbags now shared a cell with other prisoners. Back in the United States, Sam was released on $250 million bail, one of the highest bail amounts in American history. But there were conditions. He had to live at his parents' house in Stanford, wear an electronic ankle monitor, and have no unsupervised access to the internet. The tech genius who built a $32 billion empire was now confined to his parent home like a teenager under house arrest. But Sam didn't stay quiet. He tried to contact witnesses. He tried to influence the media narrative. In August 2023, his bail was revoked and he returned to prison to await trial. October 2023, the trial of Sam Bankman-Fried began in Manhattan, New York. The prosecution had a secret weapon. Caroline Ellison, former CEO of Alameda and Sam's ex-girlfriend, had made a deal and become a key witness. For days, she detailed how Sam had instructed her to use customer funds, how he knew exactly what he was doing, how he directed which lies to tell investors. She presented messages, emails, and documents. It was devastating. Gary Wang, co-founder of FTX, also testified against Sam. He revealed that he had created special code in the FTX system that allowed Alameda to have an unlimited negative balance, something impossible for any other user. It was a coded backdoor. Nishad Singh, the director of engineering, confirmed this. One by one, Sam's closest friends turned against him. They had all made deals to reduce their own sentences.
Sam's defense was weak. He testified in his own defense, something lawyers rarely recommend. Sam tried to argue that he was too disorganized to have committed intentional fraud, that he genuinely believed he was doing everything right, that it was negligence, not a crime. The jury didn't buy it. On November 2nd, 2023, after only 4 hours of deliberation, the verdict, guilty on all 7 counts. Sam barely reacted. He knew he had lost. March 28, 2024, the sentencing. Judge Lewis Kaplan showed no mercy. He completely rejected the argument that Sam was merely disorganized. The judge said he knew he was wrong. He knew it was criminal. He only regretted getting caught. The sentence, 25 years in federal prison. Sam would be 57 years old when he got out. The young billionaire who wanted to save the world would spend the next 2.5 decades behind bars. But what about the victims? The bankruptcy process revealed that FTX owes between $8 and $11 billion to creditors. The bankruptcy administrator managed to recover a few billion by selling assets and investments that FTX still held. But many customers lost 50%, 70%, even 100% of their funds. One man lost his life savings, $2 million that were meant for his retirement. A woman lost $400,000 that she was saving for her son's medical treatment. Devastating stories of lives destroyed. The FTX case changed the cryptocurrency industry forever. New regulations have been proposed. Exchanges now need to prove they have 1:1 reserves, that every Bitcoin they claim to have actually exists. The proof of reserves concept has become standard. But the most important lesson is an old one. Not your keys, not your coins. If you don't control the private keys, you don't control your Bitcoins. Leaving cryptocurrencies on exchanges is like leaving money at a stranger's house. You are trusting, not owning. Sam Bankman-Fried wasn't a misunderstood genius. He was a criminal who used his image as a humble nerd to steal billions. He exploited the trust of millions of people who believed they were part of a financial revolution, the future of money, the democratization of finance. And he destroyed it all out of pure greed. The difference between Sam and Jordan Belfort or Elizabeth Holmes. Sam had the tools to truly change the world. Cryptocurrencies can democratize finance. They can give banking access to billions without bank accounts. But Sam chose the easy way out, stealing. If you enjoyed this investigation into the biggest crypto fraud in history, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. We have many more financial scandals to expose. And if you own cryptocurrencies, learn the lesson. Take your Bitcoins off exchanges. Use hardware wallets. Control your private keys. Don't trust. Verify. That's the essence of Bitcoin. Sam Bankman-Fried forgot this. Don't make the same mistake. Until the next investigation.